Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about time shifts and understanding them. This is by me, So.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Yep, joined with Jay. Okay, let's get started. So yeah, firstly, what is a time shift? So again, time shift will create a new sequence. So remember how we talked about how we have candle sequence? Now that's cyclical, which means it goes in cycles, right? So you have a cycle of open, low, high, close, or open, high, low, close. So when a time shift is happens, this cycle resets. It starts again from the open. Now you have to keep in mind is that reset is still within a larger time context, right? So that time context can be used to forecast the sequence of the next candle. So if a daily shift happens within a weekly, you can use that daily shift to forecast the rest of the week. Okay, going next. Participation changes. So remember how we talked about that order flow is a function of time? Well, a time shift is a reset in time. And so this reset in time can cause a change in behavior, right? Or a change, sort of, you could say a reset in order flow. So a new auction. And so the participation and intent can change. So, guys, here we have an example, right? So this is one daily candle. If you go on the higher time frame, just on the daily, this is the daily candle. And this is what happened here. So we first started off with our first 6 hour candle, and that was the opening range. We had our second 6 hour candle, and that was the low. So what are we doing? We're doing open, low, high, close. We had our third six, which is the high. So Jay,
Yep.
do you want to take us through this?
Yeah, so right here in this example, we have that daily shift right there, right? So put your mouse right there where the daily shifts. So that is your last 6 hour candle of the previous day, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. And then right as the daily shift, what is that candle coming out with that daily open?
That's the
The
opening
first
range.
hour candle, right? And that's creating your opening range, right? That first 6 hour candle is creating that opening range or slash your initial balance of the day. And then your second 6 hour candle comes down and sweeps the previous day, four 6 hour candle plus that opening range out, right? And then we create that second 6 hour candle low, and then we close. And then we open that third 6 hour candle, and third 6 hour candle does open low, sweeping out the second 6 hour candle low and not gapping lower once again. So it's sweeping and not gapping, right? So we're taking leg, but we're not able to displace lower every single time, right? And then again, that is a clear reversal sign for your third fractal making that high of the day, right?
Yeah.
And then precisely that high gets put in right with the third 6 hour candle close, and you guys can see that pullback happens to happen immediately as that third 6 hour candle is closing, and time is shifting into that fourth 6 hour candle for the close of the day. And you guys can see precisely it moves down and we close the day, and then a new day shifts.
So yeah, that higher time frame shift or the day shift, you can clearly see how we could understand the sequence through lower time frame shifts from your first 6 hour to your second 6 hour and so on. Okay, so now we want to talk about how time shifts fit sequence. So impact on lower time frame, right? So a higher time frame shift is also a lower time frame shift, right? So guys, if a weekly candle shifts, your weekly and your daily candle are going to look the same, and I'll show you this on the chart later. So this causes a shift in liquidity, right? Now you have to look at the highest time or the highest fractal time shift and understand that sequence and then follow along with the lower time frame sequence. If a monthly candle just shifted, are you going to go down to the 90-minute? No, you're first going to understand the highest fractal time shift and then move down layers from your monthly to your weekly to your daily and so on. Okay.
So what does that mean, guys? When we talk about, how the time is shifting from the higher time frame into the lower time frame, what we mean is, you really have to understand what the higher time frame is, what the higher time frame fractal is doing. So for example, like what So is saying, if we're shifting 23-day candle, 23-day candle is closing, right? Then you genuinely just can't go on the 1 hour, on the 90-minute, or fucking 15-minute chart right away as that is shifting, right? Because again, that is a bigger time frame opening and closing. Again, time shift, new candle opens, and that is a larger fractal opening range that you need to perceive in your head. Genuinely understand that. Oh, this is the 23-day open. Not just that, oh, that's the daily open and the 6 hour candle open. But notice that that is, oh, okay, that is the first 23-day of this year, right? Think about an yearly shift. So, if you don't, really think about that yearly shift and just go on to the, January 1st, oh, yeah, we're just going to trade. Most likely you're going to get cooked because that is the open of everything,
Yeah,
right?
you're
That is
right.
the open of the whole year. That is open of a new quarter. That is open of the new month. That is the open of a new day. That is the open of everything, pretty much all fractal, right? So that is now the real open of everything. So you really need to be cautious of those things, and not just the open, but every single fractal, major fractal shifts.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let's just quickly go on the chart, and I just want to show you guys, right? So this is a real time example of what's happening currently today, right? So we have this, we don't even need all of this, guys, but we have this new daily candle, right? So this is a new daily candle. Oops, let me pull this correctly. So this is our 6 hour, the 4 6 hours within our one daily candle. So if you guys don't know where the daily candle starts, an easy way is to just grab your brush tool, put it right at the start, and if you hop back on the lower time frame, let's say the 90-minute, this will tell you, okay, it starts at 19, right? So again, let me just draw this out one more time. So this is currently our daily candle, right? And if you go on the daily, it's going to look the same thing as a 6 hour. They're the exact same candles, guys. So you guys need to understand that a higher time frame shift also is a lower fractal shift. Now, if I go on the 90, why are they not looking the same? It's because one 90-minute candle is already passed, right? So pretty simple. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, just comment below, ask us in the group. And if you found value from this, just hit a like and a subscribe. It helps out the channel. And join the group. There's free education. I'm sure you're going to find a lot of value if you join. Okay. Let's just close it off. Thank you guys and see ya.